Hello, my name is Putri Nafiisa and I'm from 2019. So here I will give you my review for the best teaching for learning English. But first, I will give you all the explanation. So, what is the best teaching method for learning English? According to academic research, linguists have demonstrated that there is no one single best method for everyone in all contexts, and that no one teaching method is inherently superior to the others. Also, it is not always possible or appropriate to apply the same methodology to all learners who have different objective environments and learning needs. And experience, professional language teacher always adopt the principal electrism approach, deciding on the most appropriate methodology for that learner's specific objective learning style and context. Method of teaching English have developed rapidly, especially in the previous 40 years. As a language learner, training manager, of teacher, it is important to understand the various methods and techniques so that you are able to navigate the market, make educated choice, and boost your enjoyment of learning language. Each teaching method is based on particular vision of understanding the language of the learning process, often using specific technique and materials used in a set sequence. The main methodology are listed below in the chronological order of their development. First, grammar translation or the classical method. Second, direct method or discovering the importance of speaking. Third, audiolingualism or the first modern methodology. Four, humanistic approach, a range of holistic methods applied to language learning. Five, communicative language teaching or the modern standard method. And six, the principal electrism or fitting the method to the learner, not the learner to the method. So, what are the difference? Each method has a different focus or priority. So let's look at what this means in practical terms in the classroom. The more common methods have a link to a separate page with more details and an explanation of how they work, including the most common method currently used, communicative language teaching. First, grammar translation focus on written library text and have characteristic translate from English to your native language. Second, direct method, or also called natural method, focus on everyday spoken language and have characteristics student learns by associating meaning directly in English. Third, audiolingual method, focus on sentence and sound patterns and have characteristic listening and speaking drills and pattern practice only in English. 4. Humanistic approach, they have four popular examples. A. The silent way, focus student interaction rather than teacher and have characteristic teacher is silent to allow student awareness of how English works. B. Suggestopedia, focus on meaningful text and vocabulary and have characteristic relaxed atmosphere with music, encourage subliminal learning of English. C. Community language learning focus on student interaction and have characteristic understanding of English through active student interaction. D. Comprehension approach or natural approach, the learnables and total physical response focus on listening comprehension and have characteristic English speaking delayed until students are ready, meaning clarified through action and visuals. 5. Communicative language teaching focus on interaction, authentic communication, and negotiation meaning and have characteristic understanding English through active student interaction, role play, games, and information gaps. So, what is modern teaching method? As mentioned above, the modern language teacher doesn't follow one rigid method, but applies the principal electism approach, feeding the method to the learner, not vice versa. This means choosing the techniques and activities that are appropriate for each particular task, context, and learner, with a focused motivation and helping learners becomes independent and inspired to learn more. The explanation of principal elliptism also includes a useful 10-point guide for teachers and language students on the best teaching and learning techniques. So, I will give you my honest review about all this method, but my favorite method of learning English is the direct method. Why? Because we are required to be able to speak English directly, and in my opinion, to be able to look smart in English is by being able to speak directly. Maybe it is important to be able to do writing as well as others, but the ability to speak directly is a plus. So, and I do not like techniques related to grammar. Why? Because I'm very weak to understand grammar. In my opinion, it is very difficult to learn by people who are just learning English. If you have to take listen usually, grammar classes are always in the upper class because it is very difficult to learn and on average their English language tutoring use direct speaking techniques. So that's all my opinion about the best teaching method. I hope you enjoy watching my video. So assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.